Put a shot timer on your carry gun and it stops lying. Glock Gen 6 is official, and January 20th, 2026 is the shelf date. This launch is aimed at the stuff that shows up in split times, dot wobble, and boring reliability. This matters to concealed carriers, duty users, and anyone who runs a red dot instead of squinting through irons at dusk. When a pistol is the tool you might grab on a dark driveway or a gas station parking lot, tiny geometry choices decide whether follow-up shots stay clean or your grip starts fighting the frame. The stakes for Americans stay simple: reliability under stress, plus an optics setup that stays tight and sits low with ergonomics that fit more hands without aftermarket surgery. Coverage is putting MSRP around $745, and several early reviews say the launch kit includes extra back straps and multiple magazines, so the value pitch lives in how it shoots. Number 5. Glock Gen 6 Optics System. A red dot turns a pistol into an honest scoreboard. Gen 6 treats the mount like a duty part, not an afterthought. Glock says standard frame Gen 6 pistols ship optic ready with 3 optic plates, and the optic screws directly into the slide through the new Optic Ready System ORS. Those plates are thin polymer interfaces. They fill the cut, align the footprint, and cushion. The important part is thread engagement in the slide. You torque once and the optic sits deeper. That keeps height over bore down so the dot shows up sooner on the draw and stays steadier through recoil. Footprint support covers the patterns most people actually buy: RMR, Delta Point Pro, and see more. That is the practical difference between shopping for adapters and just mounting a dot and going to the range. Now the sneaky part. Glock also adds a pronounced border around the slide stop area, and early coverage calls out an ambidextrous slide stop. High thumb shooters know this pain. A thumb rides the lever, the gun locks back early, and you burn a second staring at an empty chamber. A physical fence gives your thumb a wall and keeps the control predictable. Deeper cocking serrations show up in early write-ups too, and they matter with an optic on the slide. Press checks, wet hands, and one-hand rack drills all need traction you can trust. A barricade drill tells the truth. A dot takes a bump on a hard edge. ORS is built to keep the 0 where you left it. Here is the data check. 0 at 15 yards. Confirm with 10 slow rounds. Run 200 rounds with reloads, one-hand work, and some heat. Recheck screw torque and group size. Repeat at 1,000 and 2,000 rounds. The dot either holds or it does not. Number 4. Glock 49. Carry hides a grip. Shooting stability lives in the slide. That tension is why this model keeps coming up whenever people talk Gen 6 sizing, even when the first Gen 6 wave is focused on the standard trio. The published Glock 49 Gen 5 MOS numbers make the idea easy to picture. 9mm 15-round magazine, 4.49-inch barrel, 7.95-inch overall length, and American Rifleman lists at around 23.4 ounces. A shorter grip helps concealment because the heel is the first thing that prints under a t-shirt. A longer slide gives you more sight radius with irons and a little more mass up front for dot tracking. There is also a market reason the 49 matters. It is a factory answer to the kitchen table hybrid, the compact grip with a longer top end. People have been building that format by swapping slides and frames for years. A catalog model turns the idea into something an agency can order, holster makers can fit, and instructors can standardize in a class. The trade lives in the chair, not the spec sheet. A longer slide can poke when you sit. A holster that fits a compact length slide can pinch or bind. Safariland already has Gen 6 fits listed for the G17, G19, and G45, and that tells you how fast the industry is moving. The 49 still lives in a more selective holster lane, and that affects real buyers out there. Here is the little story that sells the concept. A guy carries a compact all week and shoots a class on Saturday. He notices his dot climbs and settles slower because the gun is lighter up front. He borrows a longer slide compact for 2 drills and the dot track looks calmer. Same ammo, same hands, different mass distribution. That is the point. Number 3. Glock 45 Gen 6. This is the format that feels made for drills. A full-size grip gives your support hand room to clamp, and a compact length slide keeps the front end from dragging in a holster. Glock's own data on the G45 puts the barrel at 102 mm, the familiar 4.02-inch compact slide length. The magazine is the standard 17-round pattern. Early coverage also says Gen 6 takes Gen 5 mags, which matters for anyone with a drawer full of duty mags and base plates. Gen 6 adds control features that reward an aggressive grip. Glock calls out an extended textured thumb rest plus an enlarged border around the slide stop lever area. Picture a shooter running a bill drill at 7 yards. The support hand rides high, the thumb presses forward, and the dot track stays flatter because the hand has a defined ledge to push on. That is the kind of change you feel in the first magazine. Here is the micro story. A guy shows up to a class with a crossover pistol and a brand new dot. His first reload is clean. His second reload bounces because the mag hits the frame edge. He loses a second and a half and he gets mad at himself, not the gun. Several reviews note a flared magwell opening on Gen 6, and that small funnel effect helps in exactly that moment when hands are tired and the brain is busy. Safariland lists Gen 6 fits now for non-light-bearing duty holsters, and more fits are in progress for weapon lights. This grip loves weapon lights. The limitation is concealment. The grip is long and it prints more. That is the tax for control. The payoff is speed you can repeat and a grip you can drive hard without shifting in your palm. Number 2. Glock 19 Gen 6. Most people end up here because the size works every day. It fits more holsters. It fits more hands. It rides in more waistbands without drama. Parts and holsters for the 19 are common, and that makes training easier. The anchors stay familiar. 9mm, standard 15-round magazine. A 102 mm barrel in the compact class. Glock's published Gen 5 tech data lists the unloaded weight around 610 grams with an empty magazine around 670 grams, so this remains a substantial carry gun compared with the featherweight micro-compact crowd. Gen 6 focuses hard on reach and texture. Glock's announcement calls out a reduced distance from the frame to the trigger for easier reach, plus a two-texture grip surface spread over more of the frame. That is a hands change. A shorter reach lets more shooters press straight to the rear without dragging the gun sideways. More texture coverage helps when palms get slick after 150 rounds. Here is the little story. A newer shooter with shorter fingers can hit the trigger, but the press feels angled and inconsistent. They shoot a 10-shot group at 10 yards and it leans left. Then they shoot a frame with better reach, and the group centers up without any magic coaching. Reach and grip geometry matter that much. Optics also matters more on this size than people admit. A carry gun gets bumped, linted, and shoved into car seats. A direct-to-slide optic system with 3 plates aims for a setup that stays consistent, and the flat-face trigger that Glock lists as standard in Gen 6 aims for a cleaner press at speed. The trade stays real. A Micro 9 disappears easier. A compact is easier to shoot well. For most Americans, the better plan is the gun you will actually practice with. Number 1. Glock 17 Gen 6. Duty standards love boring. This full-size frame is the control group because it shows every change with less noise. The baseline stays classic. 9mm, standard 17-round magazine. A 114mm 4.49-inch barrel on the traditional G17 proportions. Glock's published Gen 5 tech data lists the unloaded weight around 630 grams, with an empty magazine around 708 grams. And that extra mass is why full-size guns feel calmer over a long day. Gen 6 layers in refinement that stacks. Glock highlights an undercut trigger guard and shorter reach for a higher grip. It also calls out an enlarged beaver tail and palm swell for a more locked-in feel. The flat-face trigger is standard, and the safe action system remains the operating backbone. Add ORS with 3 plates and the gun becomes a modern duty baseline without requiring a trip to a machinist. Early coverage also mentions deeper serrations, reversible mag catch, and a slide stop setup that plays nicer for left-handed shooters. Those are not flashy changes, but agencies and serious trainers care about consistent handling across hundreds of officers and thousands of training reps. Here is the micro story. An armorer opens 10 new pistols. He pops in the extra back straps, checks that Gen 5 magazines lock and drop free, and runs a function check on the ambi controls. Judge it like a working gun. Shoot 300 rounds in one session. Keep the pace mixed. Start slow, then push. Watch the dot track. Watch how your support hand holds texture when your palms are slick. If your hands come off the gun feeling less beat up than they do on your current setup, the ergonomic changes are doing their job. The limitation is carry. A full-size frame hides harder. The payoff is predictability. And predictability is the whole reason people trust a Glock. Gen 6 looks like Glock reacting to the way Americans actually run pistols in 2026. Dots on slides. Drills on a shot timer. January 20th is the shelf date, so early buyers should treat the first 500 rounds like a checkout and confirm the dot stays tight. If your current setup is proven, keep training and let the new guns stack field reports. If you have been fighting optic mounting, trigger reach, or grip fit, Gen 6 is worth a hard look at that $745 MSRP. Like, subscribe, and comment the first test you want. Durability, trigger feel, or holster compatibility. I'll put the round count on camera next soon.